Hello my friends. Today I thought I'd take a second to reply to some comments made on one of my Facebook posts. I reposted one of the anti-theist, proactive atheist, opposing religious harm memes, and it was this meme right here. What if I told you you can be an atheist and not bash religion? And then of course the atheist response would be, what if I told you you can be a doctor and not treat illness? That you can be a mechanic and not fix problem, that you can be wise and not teach others. You can, but the point is that as atheists we may recognize a problem and will want to fix it because we are better equipped to do so. And it's basically making the statement that we see the problem that religion causes in society, whereas those that are religious are usually brainwashed and do not see the harm that religion does actually cause to society. And I've heard the argument before many times. I've even gotten into this argument with my parents before. Oh, well, religion doesn't harm anybody. Oh, religion's not bad. It doesn't do any harm. And I beg to differ. I mean, all I gotta do is say Catholic priest. There you go. There's one reference right there. We know what Catholic priests have been caught doing. I have personal experiences where I decided to join the military. I used to be a Mormon before I became an atheist, but I decided to join the military, and I was treated as though I was the black sheep of the church because I didn't go on a mission like I was expected to. And yeah, that definitely started turning me away from the church. But I'll do a later video basically explaining what really turned me into atheism. But basically what I'm trying to say is the actual meme itself, the whole purpose of this was to say, if we see these problems and you're so ingrained into what you're doing with religion, you're so brainwashed into, oh, it's a good thing, oh, it's a good thing, there is no bad, then you're not able to see where there is actual bad, because you can see that there is nothing wrong, it is made of gold and there are no flaws, whereas someone on the outside who actually critically looks at these subjects and actually sees the evidence against them, or knows that all the things that you purport to say are real or true or that people should believe, if they have absolutely no credible evidence to back them up, then you are selling a fairy tale. I actually recently had a visit from some Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was really surprised. They were very nice. I appreciated the conversation. There was one old white-haired lady and a younger woman, and I mean, we basically just had a long conversation about theology on Saturday. And they gave me this pamphlet right here. I don't know if you can see it. Was life created? Now, inside this pamphlet, there are so many logical fallacies, so many misrepresentations of scientific facts. They even have, in the biography here, a list of where to go for all of the references that they use for all their scientific data. And I can guarantee you they quote-mined everything in all of those references and misquoted them or took them out of context. They do, I have to give them this, they do give several good scientific things, as far as they talk about the water cycle on Earth and the nitrogen cycle, and they give factual evidence, but that's only to draw you in and make you think that everything else is credible, because they basically go and say science is wrong with providing nothing to counter the scientific evidence besides, look at this scripture, look at these quotes, my personal experience says it's wrong. And that doesn't work. You cannot use that as a way to counter actual scientific evidence. If the entire scientific community still has not accepted creationism, the young earth thing, the fact that Noah's flood did not happen, and there is no corroborating evidence to actually prove that it happened, any of that, if they don't take your word for, oh, well, God created Adam and Eve, and evolution didn't happen. there's a reason that they don't do that, because you are not providing any evidence that can be verified. You are not providing anything like tangible. You're just saying, oh, well, read Genesis. There's all the proof you need. No, Genesis is not proof. Genesis is the part making the claim. The entire Bible, Book of Mormon, Quran, whatever you want to go by, those are all claims. They're making a claim that cannot be used as evidence. A claim is not evidence. I can say, and I've heard a lot of people try and explain this by making this statement, I can say that I see flying unicorns flying around my head, and you can't say that they're not there. And using that claim, using that statement as proof, that's not proof. I'm using my statement as proof. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there to demonstrate as proof. Now, if you could actually touch one of those unicorns flying around my head, or record it with your cell phone, that's evidence. You can actually show that to other people. You can actually demonstrate that. You can actually have a tangible thing that can be even tested. You can be like, I wonder what this unicorn is. Why is it flying around your head? But just the claim itself cannot stand. And that's all religion has. And the reason that this meme, that it says what it does, is because religious individuals are so brainwashed to think that what they believe is true without evidence that they cannot even see the other side. And atheists do see the other side. And the fact that we're being told that scientists that counter their ideas of creationism or any of the other references that I made are just in it to, Illuminati, crazy stuff, it's a conspiracy theory. I do not understand how you function. I mean, those same scientists are the men and women that went to college and got their 4-year, 8-year degrees in whatever their subject was. They worked their asses off for that. They put all that time and effort into that. They've basically come up with their hypothesis and proven that to the scientific community. They've had their ideas thrown out because the scientific community has found that their evidence doesn't stand or their hypothesis doesn't stand. They've gone back and retested it and had stuff verified. And all this information that they have had verified, you're telling me that they went and did all that work just to lie to you and tell you that your myths aren't accurate? No, that's ridiculous. To say that all of the scientific community has done that is ridiculous. And another thing you'll see, like these guys, religion will basically, say that they do a study to try and prove the Noah Ark's story. They will get 10 scientists and be like, okay, here's my idea. I think this is the way it happened. And 9 out of the 10 scientists may say, no, that's absolutely ridiculous. I know about the fossil record. I'm a geologist. I know about botany and the fact that all these plants could not survive underwater for that long. So how are you going to get food? How are you going to reoxygenate the earth? All this stuff, which of course someone in religion would say, oh, God did it. It's magic. But 9 of those scientists may say, no, that's BS. But that one scientist, who may even be a Christian, will agree with them, and they'll latch onto that. They'll take it. They'll be like, oh, well, this is proof. This is proof. This one scientist said it. And it's like, so what? One scientist out of 10 said that, yeah, this is it. Well, that's not the way science works. If you don't have an overall majority, if all of science does not agree, yes, this evidence that you've proven, these tests that you've done, all of these corroborating sources of information prove your ideas, then no, they're going to throw out your idea because it does not hold up and it's not reality. So to say that atheists are just being evil or mean or, oh, why not just let us have our religion, is kind of ridiculous because religion is spreading ignorance. It is saying that it is okay to believe in nonsense. And that's why I post things like this, because it is nonsense. When you try and change textbooks to say something as stupid as Noah's Ark really happened with no evidence whatsoever, then no, it's nonsense. I also have had a response from one of my, well, I guess I'll call her a friend, but she put 4 points in her post. She put point 1, atheist isn't an occupation. Your analogy has failed. Which shows me that she doesn't even understand the analogy that the meme was trying to make. It's not trying to say that atheism is a job. It's trying to say that those jobs, doctors cure illnesses, and that mechanics fix problems. And yeah, that's what most atheists see religion as, a problem, because it is causing the spread of misinformation, and it is a form of mental illness, because you will use faith, which is believing in something without evidence, which is completely, I cannot even believe people use that as a means to support their religion, because if you have no evidence for believing in something, why would you? Other than, oh, well, my mommy and daddy did it, oh, I was taught it all my life. But atheism is not a profession, but it is similar to the doctors curing illnesses or the mechanics fixing a problem, because atheism sees where religion is similar to a mental illness, or religion is causing problems, such as all the hate and anti-gay stuff that happened after the Supreme Court made their decision. Oh, well, the Supreme Court's doing illegal stuff, and, like, I'll get into that later, but still, I mean, holy crap. Like, all the people that freaked out over that don't even understand how America works, or just are saying that because they don't agree with homosexuals. That's ridiculous. Alright, she does a second point. It's in incredibly poor taste, sorry about the tongue twister, to try and alter someone's belief if they're unwilling to participate in debate. Now, this meme I posted on my Facebook wall. It was not posted as a debate. It was posted on my personal page as my opinion. Agree with it or not, whatever. That does not mean I'm starting a debate. If I was starting a formal debate, you would know about it. I would invite people. I would have a subject. I would give people equal time to speak. It would probably be moderated, because a lot of things I like to talk about get people kind of heated, as I can tell from just this one meme I posted. Alright, number 3. Religion is very often used as a crutch when willpower alone cannot succeed. Addiction, trauma, depression. She's quoting examples. Are you willing to remove a survival tool for the betterment of, in the moment, your own ego and the grand scheme of things, an abstract goal? That's incredibly selfish of you. So, I can see what she means here. She's saying, like, church groups that, like, do, like, AA or help people with addiction and all that stuff, like, are a good thing, and that we shouldn't get rid of that because then those people could not get the help. And that's ridiculous, because that's the same thing as saying that religion is the only way that they can get that help. Religion is not the only way they can get that help. There are multiple ways that they can get help, not that don't even have anything to do with religion. Religion is not solely responsible for good things. If you could name one thing that religion is solely responsible for that is good, that you can do only with religion, meaning the existence of religion is the only way that that one good thing can happen, then you might have something there in that argument. But you can't say that, because all the good things that religion does, you can do without religion. Religion is not necessary at all in the equation. You can still help these people with addictions without the need for religion. So that's absolutely a ridiculous statement. It makes no sense whatsoever. Alright. Oh, and calling me incredibly selfish, that's obviously just an attack on my character, and shows that you're just really butthurt over what I post. Alright, number 4. In much the same way you were afforded freedom for your own beliefs, it is disrespectful to attempt to convert others in much the same way that those who convert are in poor taste themselves. You should be trying to rise above the issue. I'm sorry, she types this wrong. Now, of course, I can see here what she's saying. She's saying, oh, you shouldn't say anything because you're being a hypocrite and you're doing what they're doing. I'm not trying to convert anyone. That's not the whole point of this. The whole point of what atheists do is to show that we're not going to stand up for people just telling bold-faced lies. We're not. If you don't like that somebody points out, no, you're full of shit, or, no, I'm sorry, but the Earth is older than 6,000 years, and we have proof of this, and you can say all you want that, oh, carbon dating's inaccurate. Really? Are you a geologist? Have you studied radiometric dating? Do you know anything about the field? Then who were you to say that it's inaccurate? You don't know anything about that. I will trust a scientist over you any day. And that's not because science is a religion. I've heard that argument as well, which is full of shit. But no, that I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm just calling them on their bullshit. And I do that to everyone, even when it isn't religion. I mean, if somebody's talking shit about, oh, well, dude, I slept with a Playboy model and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you didn't go to Las Vegas last week. I saw you driving in town. So that's kind of bullshit. I'm going to call him out for it. Why not? What, because we're afraid of feelings so much in this society now that you can't call them out? No, screw that. Alright, another one. Being an atheist doesn't improve your life in any tangible way, any more than being an extremely casual religious person does. You might feel better for knowing the truth, but they feel exactly the same way as you do, or they might not gain a net positive for siding with the evidence. Alright, here's another one that I cannot believe. So, this friend, this individual, is trying to say that being an atheist doesn't improve your life. How the hell can you possibly know that? Have you polled every atheist, checked their quality of life, seen whether or not it is improved or not? It's the same. I can say the same thing for religion, too. I cannot know for certain whether or not it is improved or not improved people's lives. It's just ridiculous to say that, because I will give the caveat that, yes, some people may have had their lives improved by religion. Some people may have been in a hard spot and gotten help from people in a church. I'm not saying that they haven't. But it's retarded to say being an atheist doesn't improve your life in any tangible way. I cannot believe how incredible I see the world I live in now, that I'm an atheist and it is not magical or created by a all-powerful being that nobody can prove. It's extraordinary thinking about all the steps from the Big Bang, which, the Big Bang's one theory. I've thought about a persistent universe idea, and I've been trying to see if any physicist has ever looked into that, but that's a side note. I'll make another video about that. But just the incredible complexity of the universe, but also its simplicity, boggles my mind, and just, oh my god, it's amazing. And knowing all that and wanting to know more has improved my life, because I have looked into the science behind how atoms can bond with other atoms, and how we came into being, and how extraordinary evolution is, and how we've gotten to the point we have, how technologically we've advanced, how people have gotten through adversity, how, like, all sorts of stuff. And most of that is because of my atheism. Because I do not choose to believe, oh, God done did it, and be good with that. I want to know how it happened. I want to know about gravity and how that affects our planets. I want to know about how organisms develop into what they do. I want to know all these things. I don't want to sit there in ignorance and just take it on faith that, oh, it just happened the way it happened in this old book. No, I want to know these things, and it is incredible having that knowledge, and it is amazing knowing what I know. But when I hear a religious individual say, no, that's not the way it happened, and provide no evidence to the contrary, or add nothing to the conversation, yes, that does piss me off a little bit. Because how arrogant can you be? That is the epitome of arrogance, to say that you know everything, but present no evidence to prove it. Whereas science is the exact opposite. They say that they don't know, but they are trying to learn why. And to just claim that you know everything because a magical book told you is ridiculous. And being an atheist has improved my life. So making that claim that it cannot improve my life in any tangible way, that's ridiculous. And this individual obviously does not know what they're talking about, because I personally think it has improved my life. Alright, now they go into another long-ass paragraph about the universe and everything, and talking about how the universe is shit, and I can only assume that this person is very pessimistic, but then they start calling me a nihilist. And nihilism is the belief that all values are baseless and that nothing can be known or communicated, which is completely ridiculous. Just go out there and learn. Just learn. And the rest of the definition. It is often associated with extreme pessimism and a radical skepticism that condemns existence. And there's no way that's what I am. It's ridiculous. But they basically say, I don't believe in shit but trying to change someone else's life based on what you privately perceive is better for them, and not their own personality. Chosen goals makes you an asshole. You know what? That's ridiculous to say too, because again, I am not trying to convert anyone. I am just presenting reality. And if you don't want to admit to reality or acknowledge reality, that's on you. Fine. But you know what? I'm going to still show you that this is reality and what you're trying to say is not. And here's my evidence. And here's what scientists have found out. And here's this. That's what I'm going to do. And you can call me an asshole all you want, but tough shit, I'm going to keep doing it. And they say, show some respect. You're not a hero who's come to bring enlightenment. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not a hero, but you're not a hero trying to attack my position. So get over yourself. And then I had another friend too that actually started this whole thing by just doing a jovial, there's no such thing as atheism. I mean, it was just a poke in the ribs, and I still respect him. And like, he's a cool guy. I'd hang out with him any day anyways. But he basically thought that she was saying that he's being disrespectful, and goes into I'm showing the same respect that an atheist shows someone who believes in a higher power. Basically saying that I'm showing him no respect. And dude, that's not it at all. I'm just presenting reality. And if you don't want to acknowledge that, fine, that's on you. You do you, buddy. We can have discussions all we want to, but as long as we go away respecting each other as people, I don't have to respect your beliefs, but if I respect you, that's cool. We can continue to be friends. And I ask the same of you. But you don't have to respect the fact that I am an atheist. That's fine. I don't have to respect the fact that you're a Mormon. That's fine. But I respect you for other things. I respect you for your military service. I respect you for being a cool guy. To where that's perfectly fine. And like, we can have this conversation, no problem. but when other people interject stupidity into it, I have to respond, man. So, to my male friend, dude, I do respect you. And if you want to have a civil conversation about this, I'm all ears, man. Like, we can get together anytime and talk about it. But to my other friend, she's kind of... I question her sanity sometimes because she makes some comments that just show a very pessimistic view towards the world. And, like, some of them are just of no substance whatsoever. So with that said, I'm going to end this video because it's already drug on for way too long. It's been almost 30 minutes. But if you want to make a comment, go ahead. Whatever. I'll respond to it. But I had to say what I had to say because it's just absolutely ridiculous for me to be called out as an asshole for just showing the truth. And most atheists are called out as assholes. And screw you. If you don't like what we say, get over yourself. Alright, with that said, I will leave you guys later. Bye.